Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Red and black wherever you turn. The San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. There's the whistle, and here we go. It does seem to be a 4-3-3, Jim.
Yes, and the importance of this formation is not to allow the midfield three and the attacking three to become too detached from one another. If that happens, then pressure can quickly be applied via the counter-attack, and you can be exposed defensively. So compactness can't be compromised, and you need talkers in this team. You need leaders and people that are willing to organise things very quickly.
Maldini gets over and intercepts. It's a good spell of possession, this. Batistuta! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Indonesia with the corner, they're first. And now they can spring out of defence. Thuram makes the interception. Back into the middle. Played out to the right. Takes aim and crosses. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Now, can they get him away? And here's Neymar. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct in providing a threat up front, we're bound to see something special, I hope.
Because we always have in the past.
Indeed.
Kaka conjures time and space where few can. Passing is crisp and sharp. No goals as yet. Now it's Griezmann. Now that's well seen too. Kaka.
Milan really have decided to turn to the long ball. That's very obvious now.
And how did they go about making that work?
Well, they can't neglect accuracy, and it can turn that opposition defence into facing its own goal, which so often can cause problems.
Thiago simply refused to be outdone there. Nicely shaped ball. That's beautifully weighted. It's Ibrahimovic! Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Ibrahimovic really should be making an apology. That longer range pass gave him a golden chance then.
Messi. That has ended up in no man's land. And it's Ibrahimovic. Turns back here, probably the best option. Thuram. Now it's Batistuta. Aimed beyond the defence. And that has been clubbed away. Shot, surely! Oh, has another go! Oh, split-second reaction.
Griezmann really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Indonesia have their second corner now. And it's been taken short. He's in space and looking for options. And Griezmann! Corner number 3 coming up. Pullet tries to clear. Oh, well played. Milan are looking to go forward now. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Thiago. It's Pirlo. Thiago. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Nicely weighted ball. And the shot! And he's really put himself on the line here. They get a throw in. And that's definitely not his best. Oh, there's a probing ball. That's an imaginative pass. Pirlo. Foot in. What a throw in. Looking to play him in. Oh, that's a key interception. Maldini takes control of it and he's on the move. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. He's not got that quite right. Messi. Messi is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
He's picked his way through.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
That's going to go a long way. It is a corner. And this could be the final action of the first half. And that has been knocked clear. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. So off we go once more.
Indonesia have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
McTominay, a player who needs no introduction. And this is Messi. Oh, sweet feet.
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Kaka. Ibrahimovic. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Neymar. Messi. Pirlo spots it and intercepts. Best part of an hour, and still no breakthrough from either side. Thiago. A probing pass. And that pass just didn't quite work. It's gone out for a throw-in. And he's managed to gift it back. Batistuta, someone who can always claim to be the most immaculate finisher. Just about up to the hour now. Ooh, delicate chip through. And still, we await the first breakthrough. Oh, that's delightful. And the through ball. Zanetti. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Thiago. And it's Ibrahimovic. Plays a sharp little ball here. Thiago. Neymar. No, that's been intercepted. And it's Griezmann. McTominay. Indonesia couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Maldini. Lobbed in behind. And that is out of play. Intercepts the throw. That's well read. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Albert Ferrer does really well to win the ball there. Bellingham, looking for the run. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being.
Indonesia really aren't making anything meaningful of their time on the ball.
Jones looking wide. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And that has left him in a heap. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Neymar, Ibrahimovic. Oh, what a miss! And he's following up! He's got a goal! And that could well be the winner!
Look, before we can even delve into the detail, the significance of taking the lead should be our initial reflection, and that's priceless.
As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 11, Neymar. Numero 17, Thiago. Numero 22, Kaká.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Milan have taken the lead.
You have to credit...
And the finish! And yes, it's there! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Thuram did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Nice sequence of passes, this. That's a cute ball. Oh, that's a fine interception. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. It's a searching pass. And there goes the final whistle. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead. Batistuta taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We have already started here.
Well, Peter, at this stage we often focus on the creative and goal-scoring talent, but I'm going to mention a defender in Lilian Thuram. As good as they come for me, very strong and athletic and competent in every other department you care to mention.
Just about the perfect defensive specimen.
Yeah, and I think often underrated.
Casemiro. And it's Palmer. Now that looks a decent ball. Looking to play him in. Oh, that's a real chance! Long ball upfield. Now it's Griezmann. That's the keeper's ball. Vardiol. Van Dijk. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played.
It's Griezmann! Oh, it rattles the bar. He's looking wide. Linton. Palmer. Aimed beyond the defence.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Nice control. This looks promising. They get a throw in. Linton going full tilt down the left. And it's Palmer. So it is still 0-0. Turns back here, probably the best option. Linton. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, that's fabulous. Delivery from Mbappe. Oh, smashing header against the crossbar. And the header is disappointing in the end.
I thought the wing work was A1. The defending and finishing was anything but.
Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. And this is Griezmann. Messi. Messi! And he's done it! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
The goal scorer for Indonesia after 26 minutes is number 10, Lionel Messi.
Indonesia have taken the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Palmer knocks it into space. And the shot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Mbappe deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
McTominay, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. And he cuts out the supply. 30 minutes gone. And here's Linton. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Palmer will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Good effort from distance. And no one is overly concerned about that.
Well, he's hit it well enough for me. I suppose it could be a deliberate attempt to just draw that defence out.
Dealt with nicely by the defence. Van Dijk. And Konate.
Indonesia really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Mbappe proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Just 5 minutes left until the break. Casemiro. Konate. And it's Casemiro. Van Dijk. Oh, they could be caught out here.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Perez. And it's Messi. Can he get on the end of this? That's good. And the whistle goes for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose. On a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
They're up at half-time, and it's all to play for.
Substitution on the field, number 19, Palmer.
And we're off again.
Casemiro.
A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference.
Messi. Coming on the field, number 20, Zielinski. Number 8, Fernandez. Number 18.
There's the man who is
Dembele.
effectively the team's security policy. McTominay. Albert Ferrer. Goes forward. Oh, can he get onto this? Alexander-Arnold. Van Dijk. Konate. Now it's Mbappe. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Zielinski. Passing is crisp and sharp. Joelinton. And it's Joelinton. Fernandez. Here's Zielinski. Now it's Dembele. Alexander-Arnold with the delivery. Indonesia are still that goal to the good. And he's forced to go back. Chiellini. McTominay. Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Griezmann. Albert Ferrer. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
He's having a shot!
Mbappe just dropped the shoulder to engineer the feint. Now he'll have to shoulder the blame.
Konate. And it's Fernandez. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Played into space. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Nice interception, well timed. Vardiol. It's Van Dijk. It's a really well-measured ball. And here's Mbappe. And it's Zielinski. Vardiol. And it's Zielinski. And Fernandez. Zielinski. And it's Fernandez. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Fernandez. And that's a dangerous ball. That's going to go a long way. Played out to the right. Passes coming off in quick succession here.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Konate promptly onto that, and that is that. Konate proves too strong, opts for safety. Linton. Now it's Griezmann. Now it's Mbappe. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Messi. Engages and forces him off the ball.
Indonesia can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. And that's that. Indonesia have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, with nothing resting on this, Peter, I'm hoping that there'll be more impetus for the players to just enjoy the game with the pressure off, try out a few different things, and we get something open and free-flowing.
We have already started here. Oh, it's come loose.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of...
Can he finish? Goal! And that's it. That was always inevitable.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
Number 9.
20 have fired themselves in front.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
That's the throw. Chance to shoot. He's got a goal. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. 20 are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you,
He's been bundled over, that is a foul. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card. He'll fancy himself from here. He's having a go. Decent hit from there.
Twente really have found that they're getting more space out wide, and I can see now there's a lot of activity developing in that area.
Oh, what a mistake! Well, that has not gone well. Shinny, Armstrong. Aberdeen are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
There will be 3 minutes at a
Cross
time.
flung in towards the middle, and it's safely in the keeper's hands. He's gone for goal! And that's it for the first half, a breathless ending. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Aberdeen really are lucky
Everyone
not to be
please
down
welcome the
by
two
more,
sides.
Peter. The manager's going to have to come up with something a little special to lift these players, otherwise this one's as good as done.
So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident. Tries to pass it through. This looks promising. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. And that's going to be a booking. Players have gathered round and they are clearly concerned.
Well, that's called taking one for your team, because a one-on-one situation was about to develop.
What a save! Terrific reactions! Armstrong. Searching pass he's played there.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
The attendance for this match was 29,000.
Passes short and sharp. Look at the space here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Some really good ball movement. Shinny. Now then, the ball's come loose. Wriggles his way through. And Armstrong. And that was very necessary. Good ball, good chance for a shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
Yeah, it wasn't the worst decision in the world to go for the shot, even if he was being closely marshalled.
Is that a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. That is good pressure, just how... He's gone for goal! That's been cut out, well played. Armstrong. Passing nice and neat. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. And he's going to have his name taken. The player's body language here is a bit grim. It is not looking great at all. So he's plotting something before playing it in. So what can they come up with here? Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Pass somewhat off target.
4 added
Oh,
minutes have been
super ball.
indicated.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
He's trying his best to keep it in play here. And he's had a hit! Goal! Drama at the death! Is there time? So that's it. It is all over. Aberdeen can justifiably find this a hard one to swallow. They gave it their all, but ultimately... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And we're underway. Well, the 10th of July 2021 was such a significant day in the international career of Lionel Messi, was it not, Jim?
Yeah, he finally got that giant monkey off his back at the 5th time of asking.
And possibly that was the moment that Messi was finally given the credit he has deserved for his services to his nation. 16 years since his debut in 2005, 4 times a runner-up, never scored in a major final, but all of that was gloriously eclipsed.
Exactly. It was his first international.
And pull it! Danger averted for now. Lam got a long way forward to join the attack. And this is Batistuta, looking for options for movement. And that's aimed into the middle. Cleared without hesitation. McTominay! McTominay! Magnificent!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And the counter is on. Best. Indonesia leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Well, that's been cut out, well played. And it's Messi. Robson. He's tried one! Superb from Robson! A finish of true class! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
The movement so precise. The finish. Shot a goal! In for the pieces. Goal! Manchester United! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes...
Great chance! It's there! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, I'm giving him full marks.
Chance! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Oh, this is certainly not boring. What a great game we've got here. Thuram. Now it's Griezmann. Pops him off it and wins back the ball. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Robson. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
That has ended up in no man's land. McTominay. Out to the right. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Griezmann. He has found the way through. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Dumfries. Rummenigge. That's a nicely weighted pass. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Albert Ferrer. McTominay. And it's Zanetti. Big chance! And yes, it's there! And the comeback is complete. How very smart. He just got it right.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Indonesia get themselves into the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Oh, just skips past his man. Griezmann showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Batistuta. He has a look up. Can he finish?
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
Now it's Messi. Dink through, and this is Hullet. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Knocks it into space.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Perez. Best. Now, can they get him away? Well, that has not gone well. Oh, good ball, and Hullet! Good effort, and it is right on half-time. Indonesia come roaring back in quite some style. We've got a very different game now. So there was the first half.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
Indonesia do lead, but it's quite a game. Half-time, 3-2.
And now I'd just like to read out our fan club members who are celebrating their birthdays today.
So off we go once more. Now that looks a decent ball. Thinks about the shot. Albert Ferrer did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Manchester United clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Can he finish? And he hits the net. And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Well, was there ever any doubt? It made it look like he's done it over and over and over again, and he has.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
Cross flung in towards the middle.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Oh, what a mistake! He's shifting through the gears here. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Terrific header! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Albert Ferrer. That is good alertness. Now it's Griezmann. Ambitious ball here. Now there's a fine ball. Tries a shot! Euphoria! Utopia! And they are cavorting. And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. And that's it. Well, that's it for tonight's match. So it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.
I'd like to draw your attention to the screen right now for information on our shuttle bus.